Shashidhar, sorry, Shashidhar, I am unable to log in an laptop. Can I share? Can I send my screenshot, Shashidhar, which I have written that code and all. I will send in a screenshot.
That's okay, Deepa, no problem.
Actually, I'm having an issue with the laptop.
Yes, sure. Okay. Anyhow, I will discuss this today. See, guys, I'm able to hear the voices from only four people: Deepika, Shravani, Lakshmi, and Viresh. Sometimes I'm able to hear the name of Deepti. So, other than these guys, uh, I'm not. I don't know whether some of the guys are keeping joining simply in the meeting and keeping the phone aside and doing something else. Okay. Sorry for a minute. See, guys, I'm able to hear only these guys' names. I don't know whether you guys are being part of the session or simply keeping your phone aside and doing some other work. I'm not sure about that. See, everything. So, whatever the doing you guys are doing in the session, everything will be tracked and everything will be monitored. Okay, not only me who were coming to training you, those guys will monitor you. Okay. As of now, I remember these guys' names only. If someone asks me who were better performing in the training sessions, I will say these guys' names. Okay. If you guys are not involving, huh? If you guys are not participating in the session, it's up to you guys. Okay. Uh, who going to save you is yourself. If you're not involving in the session, it's up to you guys. Okay. That's it. Okay, anyhow, today we'll discuss about two groups and still some of the guys are joining. After groups and get before. So I already told about these annotations. So these annotations will execute before the groups. Okay, but yesterday we had done one mistake. Even that mistake will correct today. Uh, so we have groups. So in the groups, so we have kept the name it as regression and smoke. So we have the before method. So here we need to specify okay, before group. No, it is before group. So we'll say before group. I'm going to run before the group specified. Uh, See guys, here we are keeping the method annotation as before groups, but we need to specify to which group I need to execute. So we need to tell the tool execute before annotated group before this group executing. For example, I need this before group execution during this regression. Okay, a regression is it correct? Yes, we have this. Okay. So now you guys tell me. We should execute a regression methods. What are the groups are grouped with the regression? Those before that, the before group will execute. Okay. So coming to this test ng .xml. So here, let us see. Okay, I have removed this. What we're going to do is we'll just comment down. And now, in this class, in the instead of parallel execution, I'm going to give groups. And so in the groups, I'm going to exclude groups. And in the group, we need to specify which things in the groups. So I'm going to exclude.
Yeah.
I'm going to exclude the smoke. Okay. Now, you guys tell me the before groups, how many times it will exclude?
It will execute one time
One time,
only.
one time only.
Okay.
One time.
One
Yes.
time.
Okay. Okay. So, any reason for that?
We pass in
Let's compare the testing XML and the groups class.
We are asking to execute that before classes itself, Shashidhar, at a one time only. Whenever group starts, before that this method has to execute like that. We are telling.
Okay. So here I have a group regression, and so here I have a regression. The two methods is there, no? But why this would execute
Yes.
only one time?
No, I'm asking that. This before groups. It execute once, and then that 26th method. At the test, it will not execute. 31st one it will execute. We are asking
Because
to
we mentioned only regression.
regression only. No, these two methods will execute.
Mm-hmm.
But before group, it should be only one time, I think, sister.
Yes. Before group one time, and another one is the method which we have mentioned as an regression. That thing will execute.
Number format exception. What I had done here? Okay. Some number from input string. Where is that? Anyhow, we came here. Let's search for main method. Okay. We'll check this. So consistent. We have before groups. Also, please need to. I'm not sure. Also. Yes.
Okay,
So,
syntax.
this is a expected. We'll try from here. I'm good. Somewhere we are doing mistake.
Number of mathematics.
Nice. Okay, anyway. Okay, I'm going to say regression test case. Now, I will comment on this smoke. Okay. Here we should comment like this. So here we having three test analytical method. In this, we have two smoke groups, two regression groups. Okay. Now you guys tell me how many times this before groups will execute. Previously, this method I have disabled. Why? Because I am excluding the smoke. That is the reason this method won't execute previously. Now I have commented out the that disabling smoke. Now this test as method. So we having regression group line number 26 and line number 31. We having one more test analytic method regression. Now you guys tell me how many times this before
Before
groups
group,
analytic.
One
before
time.
group once, and rest
Only
all
one.
line 26, 31, and 35 once. I mean, three times it will run for regression and smoke, and for before group it's only one time. Shashida.
Yeah.
I will clear my question. How many test cases you will have?
Two
Have
test.
three test cases.
Three test
Three.
cases. Test cases.
Yeah, three test.
Three test
We
cases.
added
One
a
before.
test, so that is the reason we're having
Uh,
three tests.
group the
Okay. Now before groups we have. So this will not consider as a
Yes.
test method, so it will not consider test case. Okay, three
Okay.
test cases we have.
Okay.
yeah.
Only three test cases.
So someone saying two.
Yeah.
We're having
Two regression.
Shishir, don't mind. Will you ask me the question again, please?
how many test cases? If I execute this class, how many test cases we have?
Exclude which one? I mean, either smoke or regression, Shishir.
Smoke excluded. Regression was already, and it has not been excluded.
See, I have commented out exclude smoke. Actually,
Count
previously I have
Them two
use
only.
two it
Two only.
provide a count method.
so here I having regression smoke and regression smoke. So before that, I will ask one question. If you get answered that, then we'll answer. So here in a test in the XML, so instead of this, I will remove few. So instead of smoke, I'm going to keep it as a regression. So regression. Now tell me how many test cases we have. Suppose if I run the test in XML, how
One.
many test
One
cases?
test there.
Only one will get Shashidhar. The one which is
With a 26 line will not execute because it has also a regression, so it won't consider it. Even though it has
Hmm.
smoke, it won't consider
36th
because
one
we
only it
executed.
will execute Shashidhar.
So there will be only one test case.
One only.
Okay. Sorry. So here, if I comment out this, now tell me how many test cases we have. So groups.
I think it is
How many
three,
test cases today?
Shashidhar, but it can be four also because it may run it for both the cases, both the regression and smoke.
Mm-hmm. Four test cases we have here.
Yeah.
Only one.
Mhm.
Only one.
We are saying it is one.
Can you please show me the XML, Shashidhar?
Mm.
Yeah, we didn't exclude anything, so it must be three, or
Three.
if the case with 26 line is, if it is for both the groups, it should be four. 3 or 4 must be the answer.
Nice. Run as test in the suit. Yeah, the total number of test cases is 3 run.
Three.
Why? Because we
Okay.
have 3 annotated tests. But if you guys see, we don't have this method, this regression before groups.
Oh. Why is it like that, Shishda?
Shashidhar, we didn't get it, Shashidhar, actually. We are confused. Why it got
Mhm.
only three? We are not getting answer
Yeah,
correctly.
3 is fine because for both the groups, the test case is same. So it has run only for one time. So
One
it
time
won't
Mhm.
only.
consider it as two test cases in line 26. So 3 is fine. But why this group didn't execute? Not sure.
We will try this one more time. So I'm keeping like this regression. So here I'm not excluding anything. Just we will run one more time. See, you guys see this, and what we're going to do is
Maybe it will execute in every regression test.
now. One minute. Where is the console? See, guys, I have included here only the regression. Okay, then only before groups got invoked. If I remove this, we'll try this. See. Okay. Now it didn't work. When we having
Okay.
this
So
group,
if we write include,
Okay,
only
okay.
it will
We know
include
got
the
it,
group.
Shashidhar.
Otherwise,
mm,
it will be considered as excluded. Is it, Shishda?
it get ignored. We should
Oh.
mention the groups and we should mention the run, and we have to include not only this. Suppose you want to run the smoke. So here I didn't get the smoke. So here we having the smoke test case 3. So this is the previous execution. Let me run.
But by default, they are included, isn't it, Shishda?
Okay. See here we having two test
Only
cases. One
regression.
all are regression. Why? Because I'm including only the regression. Okay. And the smoke got ignored. Why? Because we are not including here.
Okay.
So if in case, I will keep it as a smoke. Now you're going to tell us how many times this before group will invoke?
Once and
Only
above
once it
three
will
test
work,
cases.
and
Only
above 3
once.
test cases will
Or
execute.
maybe the
Yeah.
chance of 3 also for every test case.
No, 3 test
Mhm.
cases and one
Before
One
group
group.
only, no?
before
Only
group.
once it will execute, Shishter, and remaining all
Mm.
3 test cases will execute.
Okay.
If it is like before
Mm.
method, it will execute in 3 times. Otherwise, I don't know.
I don't know. Means, how should I take that?
By seeing the result only, we can.
Mm-hmm. We have 3 test cases and it executed invoke before the all the groups. All the means be a regression group. Okay.
Okay, one
If
time.
I keep it as so previously I have written as array, sorry, list. So the same way I'm doing that regression. Okay. After sorry smoke. Now you're going to tell us how many times it will execute.
Like 2 times.
No, the same. It will
The same Shishter as early as, I mean,
Hmm.
4 only.
yeah,
I mean,
for
before
both the
1
groups,
and then
line
remaining 3.
39 will be once only
Ah.
and 3 test
Mhm.
cases.
Okay. Oh, I'm executing from here. Oh. Only one time.
Because
It's
it is considered for both the groups, so it runs in a common way.
Yes,
You
yes,
haven't
yes.
noticed this. We have only one group here.
Grouping is done in at one time.
Oh, okay, sister, got it.
Okay, okay.
We'll try this one more.
Yeah.
Why it is showing error? The content of element test mark contains.
We should
I
end
think
it with test/test
Yeah,
somewhere.
down.
Sorry. No,
it
no.
is not allowing 2 groups. What
No,
we going
Shishter, actually, I mean,
Yeah, we
to tell me?
tried, right?
in the line 10, we have to close.
Then we will have 2 tests, no?
Uh, 2 tests, maybe 2 tests we have to put in another class, maybe, Shishter. Uh,
No. A test can't be put in a class. Class can't be.
no, అట్లా కాదే శ్రావణి మనం
Uh,
మార్నింగ్ ట్రై చేసాం కదా అట్లా
అది
చేయొచ్చు
అవును టెస్ట్
అది క్లాస్
సెపరేట్
డిఫరెంట్ క్లాస్ తీసుకొని
ఇది
టెస్ట్
గ్రూప్స్
కేసు
కదా గ్రూప్స్ అయితే సేమే కాబట్టి ఇట్లా
I can do
తీసుకోవాలి
that. See here. If I say regression test mark.
బట్ ఇక్కడ టెస్ట్ కేసే మారిపోతుంది కదా శశిధర్
Yes.
కదండి
Yes.
అవును అవును అప్పుడు
సో ఇట్ వోంట్
తీసుకోంలే
బి కన్సిడర్డ్
కరెక్టే
యాస్ 2 గ్రూప్స్ దెన్
వి హ్యావ్ అవును
Let me try from here.
Yeah.
No, it is not allowing.
If it is there in an another class, we can take Shashidhar. Maybe in the same group, no, it won't possible like that.
We got the clarity on groups, I guess.
Yeah. So Shashidhar, if we don't write anything like no include, no exclude in XML, it would.
We have tried that, no?
Yeah.
We have
But
tried that.
I didn't remember the output. I'll try. So
We
it will consider
didn't
3
remember
test cases
actually.
and one
Shashidhar.
before group, is it?
Maybe all the scenarios will pass. Yes.
All the scenarios will execute, but before groups
But
will not
not
involve.
before group.
Okay. Okay.
Even the same scenario with the after groups.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. We have completed. Okay. What are the annotations? I think we have completed. Regular annotations. So we have special annotations. Those are data providers, parameters, and listeners. Data providers we already discussed. Parameter we already discussed. The remaining one is listeners. Okay. Listener annotation. Before jumping to the listener annotation, we should know what is a listener. Okay. So listener is nothing but the guy who listens and based on the input he got, and he will do some action. So listener is nothing but it is an event based on some result, it will give some other output. For example, if I say now the test case is passed, so during the test case passed, it will perform some actions. Okay, if the test case is failed, uh, during the test case failed, it will perform some actions. Okay, so these kind of events are there. So listener is not only for test case pass, test case fail, but also during the runtime, we can do some more actions. For example, during the runtime, I like to change the name of the suit. I can do that. During the runtime, I can change the annotation of my test case or attributes of my test case. I can do that. So for these kind of advanced features, they have provided to us by with the help of leaders, we can achieve those advanced features. Okay. So in the testing G, they have provided this many number of listeners. So these are the listeners. So every listener has a unique functionality. For example, we will discuss I annotation transformer. So what we discuss now only I annotation is nothing but these listener will help us to uh, change the or modify the annotation during the runtime. So during the execution of our test case only, we can change the annotations. The same as with the data provider listener. So during the runtime only, we can modify or change the data. Coming to what are the listeners we have? So we have iTest listener. So iTest listener, what? So during the some test case results, based suppose test case fail, test case pass, some skip. So in this kind of scenarios, it will perform some actions. Okay. So you can go through the testing documentation. You can get the information regarding each and every listener. But in these sessions, we only discuss a few important listeners. We're not going to discuss all the listeners. Okay. What are the important to us? We will take those only. So mainly here, I'm going to discuss about I execution listener and I suit listener, I test listener. One more listener is that is a retry listener. Okay. Tomorrow we will going to discuss about that. So today we will discuss about I executional listener and I suit listener, I test listener. So
Restall
listening.
also, do we need to learn Shashidhar? I mean, do we use them frequently?
Just get an idea what it is. You know, need to if you have time means you can go through that. Just get an idea. Suppose if someone asks what are the listeners we have in a testing names, you should say some names.
Okay, or at least a few points on
Mm.
Okay, listeners. So here, if you observe this, every listener having I before the name. So I is here represented as an interface. Okay. So what are the I? These are all listeners are interfaces. Okay. So how should I work with those listeners? So simply we will create one class. I will implement those listeners. So implements. Here I will talk about I execution listener. I execution listener. Oh, this is. So it will say import I execution listener. But if you see, there is no methods. Why? Because in latest Java versions, automatically those methods will not come to our implementation class. We need to go to inside the I execute listeners, and we need to bring out these methods. This is happening after the Java 8. So currently I'm using Java 17. So that is the reason the imports, the implementations are not coming directly. So instead of public, so default is there. So all implementation class should be public.
Sorry, Shashidhar. Once you DP is waiting in the lobby, give me no.
I think someone admitted.
Yes, sorry, sister. Actually, it has get disconnected for some network
Mhm.
issues.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yes, sister, I have done. I have it.
Mm. You see, we have overridden the implementation, and we have implement I execute listener. So in I execute listener, we're having two methods.
Sorry,
One is
sorry, sister. Will you repeat it once again? Actually, just now I have joined again.
see guys, whenever we are implementing any interface, okay. Previously, during the Java 8 versions and before Java 8 versions, the compiler will ask us to implement the unimplemented methods, whatever the methods are present in an interface. But after the Java 8, so it is not telling us to implement the those whatever the methods are present in a interface. Okay, so we should go to the interface, and if we had to collect those methods, what are the methods are in the interface, we had to collect those, and I will keep in a listeners class. So in this listeners class, I'm changing it. So in the I execution listener, so here we having the default. Okay, so but while implementing, you had to change it to public. Okay, then only the compiler will get to know this implementation has done. Okay, it has some reason why the implementation class having what are the implemented methods to have the public. It has some reason. Just go through the some docs, you will get an idea.
This is
So here,
abstract method.
yeah, those are unimplemented methods.
In
So we are
interface, there
implementing.
is abstract methods. So,
Okay. Go
so
ahead.
we need to give the public. We need to
Mm.
give the public because of abstract methods.
Okay. Anyhow, see, we have two methods: on execution start, on execution finish. The method name will, itself tell us these will execute on a particular time. Okay, during the on execution start. Okay, during the execution of start means even you haven't executed even in test.ng XML. So you have the first one is the suit. Even you haven't entered the suit, it just the test.ng started to checking or something else. During that time, the on execution start method will be invoked. Okay, and the same as with the on execution finish, it will get invoked after completion of everything. So it will come out the suit here. After completion of this, it will come out to the suit. Then only on execution finish will method will invoke. Okay, so let me show you. Just not here. I will say on execution start. Same with the on execution finish. Let me run it. Run as. Let's see. Oh, why it can't happen? Any reason? Why? Because we are not telling the test ng. The in this listeners class, I have implementing the listeners. Go and collect the listeners from there. We are not telling to the test ng. So that is the reason to specify the implementation class to the test ng. So they gave us one is annotation at a listeners annotation. Another is listeners tag. Okay, the listeners tag we use in a test ng XML. So here, so listeners. So in the listeners, we will going to say I'm missing anything. We will try this listener. So here we need to provide the class name. Where it is sorry, combat example. See, so we're having listeners. Now we will find. Oh, gee, the listeners was not found in the
C missing.
option. What we have missed.
Fifth, fifth line. Class names C missing. Class name equal to COU. Package name.
Oh, nice. If you see on execution start, whatever we have kept, it got invoked before execution of all the test cases. Means it didn't invoke the suit before execution of suit itself. On execution start got executed, and after completion of all the things, see, even you got the log, you got the results. After that, on execution finish has done. Even testing is complete execution. After completion of execution, this on execution finish method got invoked. That's how the listeners will work. Okay, we have completed
And
on
Shashidhar,
execution.
is it, I mean, in the XML, is it compulsory to write it after the suit, to write the listeners after the suit, or shall we write it in the test as well, Shashidhar?
We will try.
Inside the test.
So here, if I say here, listeners, to have, I think not. Why? Because
These
if you
things
go,
are quite confusing,
Before
Shashidhar.
testing.
When we practice also, I always double think, double check
it is saying
whether.
in the test tag, we have only child tags. Those are methods, parameters, groups, packages, class. Other than this, whatever you get, it will show an
Oh,
error.
okay, Shashidhar. Morning I faced this, but I couldn't understand that we have to read it like this. Thanks for making it clear.
Content of the element type test must match.
Okay. Okay, it can only
Other
have
than
methods, parameters, groups, packages.
groups, packages, and classes.
Okay, okay.
We have see and I execution listener. So you do got an idea. I execution listener. So when this going to invoke
Yep.
before entering the suit and after completing the whole execution. So these two methods will get invoked. Why I'm telling this listener means in future you're going to have access to the frameworks. And the frameworks this implementation has done. If you see at the time, you'll get idea. So at the time, so we know when this is going to execute, and in these methods in the framework, we have a beautiful implementations during the on execution start, on execution finish. At the time, you will get an idea, a clear cut idea on that. Okay, I'm coming to okay on execution start finish. So what else we have? I will go with iSuit listener one by one. iSuit listener. So can I do uh, multiple implementation, multiple interfaces implementation? Can I do that?
Yeah, I
Is
Yes.
it
think so.
possible?
Yes,
Yes, it is possible.
yes, to
So
the extent.
is it a multiple inheritance or a multi-level inheritance?
Multiple.
So can do that. So that is the reason interfaces got introduced. Why? Because in the classes we can't achieve multiple inheritance. So that is the reason Java guys are introduced the interfaces. So in this we can achieve the multiple inheritance. The same process I'm going to inside the iSort listener. So in the iSort listener, I having two methods. One is on start, on finish. So I'm copying this, go to inside here, I'm pasting. So instead of default, so I'm changing to public. Public. Okay. Same on execution start. It is a on start. On finish. Okay. Now, just a guess. What is the order of execution of these two listeners?
On execution start and on start and on finish on execution finish.
Nice guess, Suresh. It will
So
execute
On
the same.
start
How?
on
first.
starter,
First on start.
interval, on
Then on
execution
execution.
starter.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the
on
point
start
goes
will
to
be the
On
Veeresh.
main.
start,
But
on
he told first. He told first.
Yeah, okay.
On
Okay.
start.
on start first.
See, the first on execution will start execute. Then after on start, then on finish. At the completion of whole execution, on execution finish method will get invoked. Okay. We'll try this, listeners. So guys, see, on execution start, on start, again on finish. After completion of whole execution, on execution finish method got invoked. Okay. So I think previously you guys asked, suppose I need to keep in a test level, test tag level. How should I do that? Okay. So here the syntactically it is not possible. How can I do that? So that is the reason. So they gave one annotation. So annotation is listeners. Okay. I will commenting down this listeners. Okay. We should comment like this. Right. Listeners. Please. Oh, where it is, where it ends. Here. Now, which thing groups we are executing. So here you can keep wherever, whether you can go with a class level. So as of now, I'm keeping it as a, we'll try this, whether it's possible or not. Listener spelling check for me. Listeners is not an annotation type. So it is saying listeners is not an annotation type. Why? We'll try here. No chance. Let me check my notepad. From here on, we will check that. So any they gave. So, here they have provided. We'll take. Why it is saying Control Shift F? Not sure. Maybe it is the old version. So where it is listeners. Groups. You guys somewhere something maybe the test we are using the test in the 7.4 because reason these are not present. Anyhow, Control Shift. O.
Yes, Shashidhar, for me also it's showing error for I listener.
Yeah, if you guys having whoever having test engine more than 7.9 version, so let's try with them. Okay.
test
So why?
listener.
Because we have downloaded the TestNG from a marketplace. Okay. But we have one more way of getting the TestNG XML. If you click on install new software, so here we need to give the URL, TestNG URL. So okay. If you give the location and add, it will download. Okay. We will discuss this topic tomorrow. Okay. Listeners, annotated our listeners. Before that, we're going to discuss one more listeners. My execution is completed. Now I will name it as a rename. Name it as suit event. Why? Because these are happening before suit and at the time of suit. So that is the reason I have kept it as a suit event. And I'm going to change this as a suit event. So till now we have seen before the suit event, during the suit event. Now we're going to discuss about during the test event. So for that reason, I'm going to create a class test event. Okay. This test event, which going should include I test listener. So this I test listener will execute during the test event. Implements. Now I'm going to inside the I test listener. From here I'm copying all the methods. Now test event, pasting all the methods. So instead of default, I'm making it as public.
Shashidhar, actually, I recollected. Actually, for interfaces, the default access modifier is public, whereas for a class, it is default. So when we are implementing an interface in the class, we can't lower the access modifier. So we should make the class as public.
Why? Because even the JVM will not recognize. Suppose we are getting the implementation from one class and you are getting method from another interface.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
On test failure. You see here, here itself, you will see the containing the information about the running test, the site test result, and it is a success. Invoke each time when you can see invoked each time test is succeed. So suppose you're having n number of test cases, n number of times it will get execute when the test case get passed. Okay. So control shift there. We're having 7 minutes. So I will say it as a on test start. Here. This will not invoke. So on finish, on start. Any guess, guys, why we have on finish here, on start here? Anyone want to try why we have on start? So on start, on finish.
I mean, on start will be the main test when the main test case starts, Shashidhar. And
Oh, that
on
is the functionality of that method. But why it came here? I am implementing iTest listener, but why it came here? Why? Because iTest listener is extending the iSort listener.
Oh, okay.
So that is the reason those came here.
Yeah, where can we see the hierarchy for this, Shishthar?
So iTest listener, go to inside. So it is extending iTest engine listener, not iSort listener. I directly it is extending the iTest engine listener.
Okay. Okay.
Now, can we check this iSort listener? So this is also invoking the iTest listener extend. Okay, anyhow. Event. So you're going to guess the execution of sorry, output of this iTest listener. You know what the output will be if I execute testng.xml. Anyone? No answer, sir.
Oh. I mean, are you expecting the order, Shishthar, from us?
Yeah, order.
Mm,
Oh, we already know about suit event. On execute start will execute, on start will execute. So
On
I'm
test
looking for
start.
and then
First on test start.
and down there
Mm.
is on start that will trigger.
on start.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
And then on test skipped or
On test start and
April failed.
failed with timeout is also there.
Mm. So we're having on test failure, on test success, on test script. So if I run the execution, if I run the code, uh, so on test start will execute, on test success, on test failure, on test skipped. Those are the post execution of a test method. Okay, these are depends on the test result.
Okay.
If the test case is passed, on test success will execute. If the test case is failed, on test failure will execute. If the test case is skipped, on test skipped will execute. This, based on this, suppose on test failed but with a success percentage. For example, if some test case here we need to write the condition, it is not directly execute. And even with the on test failed with the timeout. So in line number 29, we have to write the condition. So based on the condition, it will get invoked. Um, it's on start and on finish. As you know, before execution of start and after finishing of the
Sorry, execution.
test case. So during this time, you will get a on finish. But here also in the suit event also, we have a on start in suit event, on finish in suit event. We will execute now. But first of all, I haven't mentioned the test event. We should mention that. Okay. Without mentioning that, it will not get invoked. So here, where it is. So in the groups, we having three test cases. So that is the reason on test start will execute three times. Why? Because before each test annotated method, the on test start will invoke. the same as with the on test success, on test failure kind. TestNG.xml run as TestNG soup. You see, on execution start, on start in suit event, then on start in a test event, it got invoked. Then after on test start started executing. Then we came into the regression. Test code, it is the case pass. So that is the reason we have on test success. Later on again, on test start got invoked. Then the some of the test case got executed. Later on, even the test case has a pass release. So that is the reason on test success executed. So all the test case got executed. So that is the reason on finish a test event complete executed. So later on finish the suit event. So in the suit event, we have on finish. So it get invoked. So later on, after completion of whole execution, on execution finish got invoked. So this is the hierarchy going to execute. Suppose we have any failed test case, we'll try out that. I will say asset dot fail. Yes. Yeah, I'm executing from here. Okay. The run as testing suit. See, this some of the test case fail. So that is the reason we have on test fail. That's how this all the I test listener, and suit event. In the suit event, we have I execution listener and I suit listener. So, okay. So here in future, we suppose was for scenario, I need to record the video during the start of the test case, during the end of the test case. So during this these methods, we will write some code. So based on the logic, the code will get invoked. So the video get recorded. Okay. Suppose I need to capture the screenshot after failing the test case. Okay. So in the on test failure, we will write some code regarding the screenshot. So after the test case file, on test failure method get invoked, and the screenshot will be captured. So these are the some examples for the listeners. Till now, guys, you have any doubt?